to meet you. I'm Public Security Officer Ching Yi. May I know the specific request you have for public...
Shh, hold on for a second.
Oh, is that you, Manager? My apologies. I didn't recognize you while I was in autopilot mode. What are you two?
If even androids can understand the meaning of life, then perhaps humans can too.
Finished.
What are you watching so intently?
And Bringer too. It's the kind of classic.
Oh, is the film that captivating? One moment. Just give me a second. And done. I've watched it. It's about an E-800 model android protecting a little girl amidst the perilous apocalypse. They gradually become attached to one another, but in the end...
So you actually went and looked up spoilers.
I didn't look up spoilers. I simply extracted the movie.
Master, this is technical jargon of an advanced artificial consciousness. Allow me to translate for you. Yes, Ching-Yi essentially read spoilers.
The smart voice assistant you two are using seems to have quite the unique personality setting loaded into it. Ah, right. I happen to have a work-related matter which requires your assist horror movies to be exact. With mysterious forces at play, the more the better.
Can't you directly access those from a film data?
I can tell you find the whole thing a little unusual too. But I assure you, since I've taken it on, I should be somewhat serious about it.
Which is why you activated autopilot mode, right?
Tedious. Ha, ha. As if the mere word tedious. It all began when the bigwigs at Public Security realized that no matter how many decrees they make, as a result, who else other than Officer Juyu? Citizens have a real need to face the hollows and can't always turn to public security. If only every public security officer could dedicate a set amount of time to once we establish trust between citizens and...
That plan?
Indeed, Zhu Yuan proposing such a comprehensive...
It is a good plan. However, never mind. I suppose I'm not entirely sincere myself. For example, testing whether their fiancé would flirt with other women behind their back. Or, I suspect what's worse is my assigned partner today. Ugh, that guy. What? He's determined and dedicated to taking up that task. He goes bolting off on another case somewhere else, like a gust of wind weaving through the mountains. Young people these days.
Solving cases with a public security officer.
I never expected the manager...
I think Belle just wants to show off and strut around with the public security badge pinned on her coat.
If the manager is willing to assist, however, giving you a badge is out of the question.
Then you go ahead, Belle.
Then I'll go ahead and clear up the other community service appointments. No need to jump to any strange conclusions, Holly. Just tell me what's the
Okay. Actually, it's about my...
Missing? Have you been to the public security office?
No, we haven't. Dad said since we just moved away...
That's terrible.
The assistant public security officer is right. Do you have a photo of...
Yes! I have tons!
Not a problem. Now, I will ask you a few. The more accurate your answers, the higher the chance. Height? Weight?
Teddy is exactly 20 centimeters shorter than me, so he's 101.
Can you describe the color and style of...
A blue shark!
So,
Whoa! You can really...
Your case is now accepted, citizen.
Oh, thank you so much!
Don't worry. Public security office... But there's one last question I need.
Okay.
When and where did you...
It was at the Gravity Cinema. I wanted popcorn, so Teddy went out to buy...
Gravity Cinema?
I can't believe a crime would happen in plain sight.
Good. But first, I need to escort Holly home. Judging from your appearance,
I found a bunch of suspicious items. Pretty.
Manager, what?
Huh? So it's all useless? How could that be?
Completely normal for a first investigation. After all, evidence does. Let me analyze these videos. Wait.
I picked it up earlier. It's a signed post.
It has value as a collectible? Without the manager's deep knowledge, the handwriting is a bit smudged, but you can still make out if it was dropped by Teddy, it's worth further Look, there's residue of a strong reaction from an item outside a hollow contaminated with this. Actually, I've also made some progress. I discovered a suspicious if it's related to the disappearance. Let's go and check it out. Very good, Assistant Public Security Officer. We quickly tracked down the suspicious vehicle. As I suspected, there's residue of a strong reaction from highly active etheric matter on the rear wheels.
Oh, then is it already time to go arrest the suspect?
Huh? No, that's not how this works. Criminal investigation requires concrete evidence. We need to keep calm, Assistant Officer. Etheric residue is indeed suspicious, but this is new Eridu after all. There are various causes for contamination with etheric residue. We can't quite deem it something particularly strange at this stage. No worries. I'll handle surveillance of the car. I don't need to sleep anyway.
Are you sure you'll be okay if you don't rest at all, Qingyi?
Zhu always expresses the same. It's just unnecessary concern. Everyone is acting like this. Zhu, Holly, and now even the manager. Humans are indeed an interesting species, projecting so much emotion onto things that are not even alive. Though helping citizens is part of a public security office, in the end, the existence of intelligent machines is to be discussed. Take me, for example. Despite being an advanced model known as a 01NG6 criminal, and regarding life and death, I believe Teddy and I really didn't expect Holly to be.
We humans haven't become that.
A most Don't worry. Bangboo or automaton, today's investigation was very fruitful. If there's anything I need help with Pleased to meet you. I'm Public Security Officer Ching-Yi. Please tell me the specific request you have for public security community service.
Seems like autopilot mode kicked in again. What do you think? Should we wake up Ching-Yi?
Congratulations on becoming the head of public security!
Oh, very well. As head, my first command is to stop all community service. The video store managers? Oh, seems I was having a pretty good dream just now.
You seem kind of tired. Are you okay?
It had been too long since I last shut down, and my processors were being occupied with redundant data. That's all. It matters not. I've been keeping watch over the suspicious vehicle we identified last time, and finally caught evidence of it entering and exiting the Cretan Hollow. I've applied for personnel and carrots from public security. Once the approval goes through, we can go find Teddy.
Excuse me for interrupting. I thought I saw a public security officer heading this way. Ah, you must be Officer Ching-Yi. Our little Holly has really caused you trouble lately.
What is this for?
I'm so sorry. Kids don't understand. To trouble public security over such a matter is really making too much of a fuss. If it was lost, it's lost. That bangboo was old anyway. I thought I might as well buy a new one for Holly this time. Just reset the bangboo and give it to her. You can tell her you found Teddy and that'll be the end of all this.
Are you sure? Your daughter must have really cherished Teddy.
Right. Please trust that... Oh, wait a minute. I understand, if that's what you wish.
Huh, Ching-Yi? Why the sudden... He left quite decisively.
I think Teddy can still be saved. I mean the real Teddy.
He's just a father worried about his daughter. No need to argue over the details of the investigation with him. Moreover, I just received a message indicating that it's unclear whether this Teddy number 2 will be able to help. So, I've decided to handle it this way for now.
Did something happen, Ching-Yi?
Yes, the approval didn't come through. Bangboo can't be classified as people. It can't be handled as a missing persons case, only as a theft. So we can't get approval for extra personnel or a carrot. This means the rescue operation in the Hollow will inevitably be delayed. And by then, Teddy's chances will be quite slim.
But the idea from Holly's father is just too cruel.
I never said we were abandoning the real Teddy. It's just that bringing the real Teddy back in one piece isn't very realistic. You haven't forgotten, have you? If an arm breaks, just attach a new one. As long as we can retrieve the...
Good idea. No wonder you're the public security...
Master, stay calm. If you can't remain composed, then allow me to pour a bucket of cold cybernetic water over you. This plan has a flaw. Teddy is a model from 8 years ago, and there are aesthetic differences from this year's latest model. It seems Officer Qingyi's AI system requires further iteration for thoroughness.
That's not a problem. The difference between the banboo isn't that big.
Okay, Fairy. No need to try to prove your
Understood. Scanning the blog. OMG, is there anything cuter than the old banboo models? I just wanna hug it to death. Result 1. The old version of the banboo has a super chubby tubby tummy. Am I the only one who loves its tummy? Result 2. The old version of the banboo is super duper cute the way it sputters with its mechanical kinetic core. Result 3. Wah. The previous version of the banboo clearly had more emotes. I miss those. Based on the results extracted from the blog, we can mop.
Sounds like you found some weird posts to read out loud. But thanks, Fairy.
You're very welcome. I am a smart voice assistant dedicated to showing you different perspectives.
In that case, the task at hand is quite clear.
Officer Qingyi, I just saw you. This isn't Teddy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Teddy's ear should have a dent here from when he tried to protect me from falling one time. And Teddy's bottom should have glue on it from when I was Officer Chingy. Was it because...
It appears that you remember Evelyn. It's all because this rookie public security officer here
Yeah, it's all my fault.
Let's not forget that I'm a very experienced... From here on out, I will be...
Really?
Yes, really. So, well...
Yes!
What a sharp child. Even if they... Teddy number 2 would still be a completely different...
What's precious about life?
Okay. Like I've always, thank you for helping me cover up the lie just now. The next it'll be much too dangerous for you, manager.
I just tried contacting Chingy again.
Do you think?
Very. Quickly search Internet for any post that...
Search complete. There is a suspicious post. The content is as follows. Esteemed proxies, I wish to hereby notify you of a banboo rescue commission in the Cretan Hollow. Based on data analysis and pattern recognition results, the rescue target is likely in the T8AE32 area. Any interested parties may leave a message. Details to be discussed in person. Meeting face-to-face can effectively advance the work progress.
Data analysis and pattern recognition, along with that old-fashioned tone. It's definitely Chingy.
Bad news. There have been no responses to the post from any proxy, and the last message was posted by the author 13 minutes ago saying, I have arrived near the Hollow. Just checking one last time. If there are no takers for the job, then so be it.
Val, if we hurry straight to the target area mentioned in the post, we might still make it in time.
Right, let's get going. Let's ready for combat.
Master, I have located Officer Chingy.
Huh, a familiar bangboo indeed. We meet again, Faithin. As the #1 wanted proxy on Internet, isn't it a bit careless of you to take the job?
I wanted to see why public security would be recruiting proxies. Consider it as banking some goodwill for future favors.
Huh? What? Did you know it was a job from public security when you accepted it?
To be honest, Officer Qingyi, your post on Internet was way too obvious.
So it was too obvious, which is why nobody signed up for this gig. Then why would Faith in... No. Could you actually be a decent person?
Please don't sound so surprised when trying to compliment someone.
Very well. I suppose it's only fair to show a bit of courtesy now that I require your assistance. The situation is this. I'm tracking a vehicle related to the case, and have found traces that could belong to that car. I need a proxy for navigation inside the hollow. Please assist me with my investigation. The suspicious vehicle we were staking out was last seen here. All traces of compared to the legal investigation activities registered by the HIA, everything else counts as suspicious activity. I'm sending the coordinates to you now.
Master, high ether activity detected coming from this forklift. This matches the evidence previously collected by Officer Qingyi.
A forklift? They're not exactly a rare sight in the Hollows. But how should I put this? This particular forklift seems to be screaming, "I'm just a totally normal abandoned forklift." Proxy?
Master, unknown distress signal detected. Analysis complete. The distress signal is coming from a banboo. A route to the source of the distress signal has been identified.
Officer, we've detected a banboo search and rescue signal.
You certainly know what you're doing. So much so that I want to break my promise and arrest you.
Catch me if you can, Officer Grandma.
So infuriating. Slow down. Respecting your elders is a virtue.
I think I just heard a click, but nothing happened.
The ejector failed to launch. Oh, the recklessness of youth. Not to worry, I'll fix it. Don't go running off, Proxy.
The source is just up ahead. Belle, go wait for Qingyi over there.
Strange. The signal
Bing Bong's here! The Bangboo Boonappers strike again!
Who's this?
I already said it! I'm Bing Bong from the Bangboo Boonappers! Oh, what do we have here? A little Bangboo that can talk! Don't see that every day. Gonna be sure to nab this one! Speaking of which, that emergency signal device that we took off of Bangboo,
Something's off about this guy.
Oh? You're not going anywhere. Here, have a taste of this.
Everything suddenly went black. Did we lose the...
All of a sudden, my eyes started hurting.
Your eyes?
Don't worry, I'm okay now. But what about Eos? What happened to it?
Fairy, can you still connect?
After disconnecting, I've sent 28 reconnection requests. All have...
Eos.
I have successfully connected via the backup line. However, the communication signal between Eos and Qingyi to prevent Master's identity from being exposed. However, there is still a 43% chance.
Bridge a connection to Qingyi.
Understood. Bridging a connection to Qingyi via EOS.
Qingyi, can you hear me?
Oh? Has the connection been restored? That's Faithin for you. Don't worry, I've arrived at the location of the emergency signal. I'll be sure to rescue your Bang. I'll need him to get out of this hollow. I don't want to become an ethereal. Officer Qingyi here. I've arrived at the scene. Let's go save your banboo.
Coming through!
Following orders. Justice is served. Confirmed. Last power test. There we go. Pincher maneuver. Initial impulse. Got you red-handed. The suspect has given up and surrendered.
No! I've had enough! Please, go easy on me, officer. Anyway, what's a public security officer doing around here? Is it really worth all the trouble to come after a little resale business like ours?
Incorrect. At this moment, I am not a public security officer. Now, tell me, or you'll get a taste of this pepper spray. I mean, special bamboo spray.
No, wait! That is not pepper spray! It's a concentrated ether solution. Please, let me go! I'll tell you everything!
Concentrated ether solution? EOS!
That's right. The person you just heard is a fellow public security investigator. A heinous crime.
Wait, officer! I had no idea. I wouldn't dare do such a thing. Huh? Wait, Didn't you just say you weren't from public security?
Then explain. Why did you attack a bangboo? Where is your base? How did you carry out the crimes? I see. So you would use the concentrated ether solution to instantly corrupt the bangboo and cause its systems to malfunction, disrupting communication, self-recovery modules, and other functions. If that's the case, then Teddy wouldn't be able to send out a distress signal to public security. But kidnapping bangboo just to dismantle them and sell off the parts? How could he have embarked on such an unreliable path of crime? By the way, how is your bangboo doing?
Is it serious?
He doesn't appear to have any cosmetic damage, but it seems like his intelligence has suffered a drop.
Master, I have both good news and bad news.
Tell me the bad news first.
EOS is only capable of basic communication for the time being. The module for collecting holo data has been damaged by 87%. Please do not use it. As for the good news, there is no more bad news.
Oh, Teddy has already been sprayed with the ether spray for several days. If we don't hurry, there'll be no hope of saving him. According to Bing Bong's account, there's still a whole pile of stolen bangboo in their hideout. We've detained Bing Bong, but if we don't act now, it'll alert the others. But no matter what, we must continue the rescue. What do you think, Faithin?
Agreed. But EOS has been damaged. What should we do?
Officer Qingyi, I believe it is time to use that technology, if you know what I mean.
We sprung from the same stalk. What need each the other fry? An AI calculating an AI. But it is a good idea. You mean that technology, right? Very well. Let's proceed.
Very well. Let's proceed.
Wait, you AIs. Mind explaining in human language so we can all understand?
Affirmative. Translating communication into language that can be understood by humans. Using distributed computing, a portion of EOS's functions can be installed onto Officer Qingyi's system.
I still don't quite understand.
Understood. I will attempt to explain EOS and Qingyi's distributed computing technology in layman's terms. You will use sensory sync with Officer Qingyi. By using distributed computing, you can immediately restore the ability to search the holo as long as we can maintain stable communication. The risk of using this technology is that Officer Qingyi will also be affected by EOS's ether corruption.
Oh, but...
It matters not.
Maybe there's still another way, Qingyi.
Don't worry. I'm a 01NG6 criminal investigation automaton. It's my duty to save every citizen of New Eridu. I'm not such a fragile existence like humans. Isn't that right, little Bangboo? I've granted you access to my interface, AI. Let's start the sync.
Understood. Initiating sensory sync. Packaging distributed virtual interface. HDD unidirectional control on standby.
Activate the connection.
Anyway, the secret passage is right here. Let me give it a scan first. Sure enough, here it is. Looks like Bing Bong wasn't lying after all. Oh, it's a shark boo. The chance of it being Teddy is...
Master, your powers of deduction know no bounds. The identity of this shark boo can... This shark boo's chassis is covered in vicious scratches from being stripped down. Not reminder. Please do not be lulled into a false sense...
It's all in a day's work for a public security officer. Oh, is this a memory chip? Criminals always say the data's been recovered. Access my mind space and I'll They've used the shark boo as a switch to open up the secret passage.
Enter the passcode, and then it's open sesame.
Reminder. There is a 99% probability of finding clues on the shark boo's chassis.
They've used this shark boo as a switch to open up the secret passage. Just what exactly? I thought the kind of criminal syndicate that would take in the likes of Bing Bong would lack...
There are 4 distorted numbers etched beneath the sticker. It's probably not the passcode for the... Agreed. Officer Qingyi is absolutely correct. Although you fell victim to the shark boo's reflexive bite, fortunately, it has resulted in...
We've pieced together the clues. Time to exit the mind space. Enter the passcode to the secret passage to open it. You haven't forgotten it, have you, Proxy?
Open green tea!
Master, what your small size plus their limited intelligence have precluded your discovery for now. Help suggestion. Factoring in Officer Qingyi's current state and the 78.36% likelihood that she... Captivated by the movie Never Overtime, the thug is totally unaware of Officer Qingyi's stalking closely behind him. 3-section staff in hand. The thug's coordinates have been marked out. Rescue all of the banboo before calling for some...
So many banboo, and they all need rescuing.
Sufficient gear coins paid. Authentication successful. Opening valve. Please note, the fault for the sake of EOS's well-being, I have changed dismantling to petting, and vital signs to this banboo seems to have been petted inhumanely.
Just like the shark boo earlier. Yet another one. Also, they can take their bodies for their own and flip them for a profit. Oh, human desire. Why is this banboo's fit? It's completely destroyed. Let's...
Master, scans have detected it has tried to lie down flat, but has instead been rocking back and forth by 0.5 millimeters at an incredibly high frequency.
I am Officer Qingyi. You're safe now, Avocado. Why is it shaking even more now? Could it be that it snuck into... It's still conscious. Hold on. I'll get you out of here soon. Following orders. Here comes the first. Intermaneuver. Initial impact. Here we go. Justice will be served. Electro engine. The corruption isn't obvious, but I've almost used up all my power. Don't worry, Tomb. Link up to the Electroboo and read its memory chip.
It's the POV of the Electroboo. Looks like we've successfully accessed its memory.
It shocked its way through the door lock using high voltage. That's no small feat.
This is deep inside the Bangboo Boonapper's base. It's enormous.
There are the guards, just as expected.
I heard something. Huh? What's the Bangboo doing here? Is it an escapee? Don't move!
Huh? I think I just saw the silhouette of a shark boo. Let me investigate. Hang on. There was a shark boo among all those Bangboo. Let me just check if it's Teddy. Teddy has a blemish on its ear from when it was protecting Holly once. And there's glue on its butt that Holly stuck there when the corruption is starting to show now. Now that we know where Teddy is, how can we get in there?
We can't let an evil Bangboo get away!
This guy really knows how to fight. Incredible.
the boss finds out about this, he'll talk my pay for a month. I don't like it! Oh! Nowhere to run now. Trying to squeeze your way through? Oh, why, you unscrupulous little bang you. You'll never make it out. Just give up. Ah! The Bangboo are escaping! Boss! Pass! Why, you... What do you think you're doing? Shouting for the boss over this?
The data's been corrupted. Go and manually recover it at the Electroboo's last... The Electroboo should still be mobile. If I'm not mistaken, we can follow it in. There's still some information missing. The data has been recovered. We can unlock the next This should be the Electroboo's memory of when it was attacked. Oh, the shocked Bangboo have started to come too.
He's beaten them silly, but they're still trying to run off! If you're not going to do this the easy way, we'll have to do it the hard way.
That must be the boss. This thug is their boss. He's both stronger and smarter than... Look, the gloves that 0.73% guy used to pick up the Electro. Turns out that 0.73% guy is no joke. He's a fugitive suspect in 3... Well, seeing as you're so keen to come down...
Belle, the entrance is over here.
That's pretty much all of the info. We can head back now. The Electroboo has been a real help. Let's head over to the secret passage. Teddy should be right here. It's that 0.73% guy. Take him out, and we can rescue Teddy. It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over. Out of the way. I'm in a hurry. It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the... I told you, I'm in a hurry.
The pressure's so high. The target is just up ahead. Can you hold on?
I'm fine. Saving Teddy is what's important.
Then, demolition!
Justice is served.
You actually made it this far! What thing?
An elite enemy? Now things are starting to get a bit tricky. Nevertheless, I'm still going to get all of the civilians out of here. None left behind. Initial impulse. Got you red-handed. Intermaneuver. Blast power test.
Out of my way! I'll take you.
Ready? Mind your manners.
What? Out of my way! Smash him!
Here comes the first. Confirmed. Initial impulse.
Less than 50 meters. The hollow exit is just up ahead.
Jingy, do you copy? Can you make it?
Humans. Such an interesting species. These aren't living creatures. Yet they won't abandon them, no matter what. This obsession, longing, and suffering. Is that what life truly is?
Three strikes and you're done, right? We've already had public security's help 3 times now. Why don't we just skip today?
You misunderstand. I'm just here to express my gratitude. You 2 upstanding citizens helped me investigate the missing banboo case. Thank you. Teddy was repaired and I took him to Holly. It was quite moving to see them reunited.
Don't worry about it. Besides, he didn't really help that much, right?
Right. If it weren't for Qingyi, then we could have easily lost Eos.
Huh? What was that you were saying?
Oh, I was just thinking to ask how you've recovered, Qingyi.
My body is fine, of course. After some maintenance, I'm feeling even better than before. If anything, the real headache is that Juyuan and her constant nagging about how reckless we were.
Zhu Yuan is probably just hoping that you will take better care of yourself.
Actually, I'm not a person who doesn't look after myself. I've always known how important I am. It's just that as automatons, our views on life are quite different from those of humans. In the end, the purpose of intelligent machines is to be discarded in place of humans when danger arises. However, you could say I felt a certain weight inside the hollow this time.
Huh? What happened in the hollow?
Well, I guess I could say that I understood the weight of life. I don't know. Maybe I've been affected by humans somehow.
Actually, it doesn't matter if we're talking about a banboo or you, Qingyi. We've never thought of you as something that could just be discarded in a moment of danger.
Right. Both of you are important and irreplaceable partners.
A friendly reminder, Master. If you are handing out compliments, then please, don't forget Fairy.
I suppose this is a similar feeling to what happened inside the hollow.
And yet, you still haven't actually told us what happened in the hollow.
If you're so curious, then perhaps you'd be interested in applying to become an assistant public security officer.
Join public security? As cool as that sounds, the community service work is way too...
Speaking of which, after Juyen heard the whole story, she decided to put the plan to completely abolish Internat on hold for now. As for the local community services, unfortunately, that will become a standardized project in the future. It's a real headache. By the way, I also brought the horror movies I rented for community service last time. I figured now would be the best time to return them. I felt like the scenes where someone was possessed really resonated with me.
Oh, what do you mean? How would an intelligent machine empathize with that? We can't let Eos meet Jingyi.
Huh? When did you get here, Eos? I mean, Bangboo 01?
The feeling of being possessed is indeed unbearable. But it really does seem to make you stronger, doesn't it?